What do I owe the pleasure? Hi, friends. Hey. Good morning. Oh, look, it's Christy. Good morning, everybody. Let's do a couple. Hi, Moxie. Hi, Jocelyn. I have a couple whatnot flags to give away today. So excited about that. Let's do swag. Christy, thank you so much for your tip. So I wanted to talk about that. It's so funny because Stassi Vintage Chick was talking yesterday about how the tip feature is harder to find and whatnot. I'm pretty sure you keep doing things like that on purpose so that it's harder for people to tip us. Don't do that. Don't do that. You saw me today? Yay! It was me, Jessica. You made it back to me. Thank you, Christy Lee, for your tip. How did you make it back to me? Did you lose me? Don't ever lose me again. I'm here. What's happening in my life? My shop is selling. Okay, I cleaned a lot yesterday. Look how empty it is. I'm going to do a YouTube video today of my cleaning progress. Actually, today, thank you for your tip. I love you. See whatnot? They're going to find it anyway. They're going to find the tip button anyway, but you're making it harder for them. Don't do that. If you go to your following, when you log on, instead of just going to your For You page, go to followed hosts. And then you should be able to. And, you turn on notifications. The tip button is up on one of the sides now. It's up here. Instead of being in the little run, it's in one of the top sides. They hit it. Everyone getting this giveaway, it's for a $5 gift card. And then, no, Rum Spiced. We had to move it. That's Memorial Day weekend. I didn't realize it was Memorial Day weekend. My son's prom is the 25th, and I have a wedding on the 25th. So we moved it to the 31st, which is the next weekend. Yours is still on the run? Interesting. Mine is not. Mine is harder to find. Yeah, so you don't see the tipping option. It's in one of the top things. Thank you, Vault of Interesting. Awesome sauce. I love you. Is in the shop right in the button. See, it's different for everybody now. Why? If you click on my name, I'm just boasting for tip. I gotta wash my Crocs. Might depend on the phone. That's true. You have a profile pic. Yes, you have to click the button. Yeah, they changed it. So now I'm gonna move it to my house. Thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. I do have a guy, so I called the guy to get a quote on my shed, and he called me back yesterday and said it was going to be, and he gave me a quote of $9,500, and I was like, wow, that's really good. I'm really excited, blah, blah, blah. So I called him back today to see if I get a contract. That was just for the roof. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, I wasn't sure what you wanted on the inside. We had talked about drywall. We talked about metal. We talked about flooring. He's like, all of that would be additional. Like, additional how much, sir? And he was like, well, I don't know. I'd have to work it up. Probably another, 10, 20,000. Okay. Yeah, that's for the shed. And that's just to put metal roofing over the shed. $9,500. He called me too because I texted him back and he was like, oh, no, there's a miscommunication. That's just for the roof. Okay. Yeah, so I might have to go find an Amish person. Yeah. So we did our own metal roof. I know. The issue is with the metal roof is the roof is, one, the roof is leaking really bad. Two, the roof is like this. It's uneven and it's like a hole. It might be cheaper to rebuild the whole thing. I have to find an Amish person. But the Amish, I have to find Caitlin, can I hire Charlie to find me an Amish person? I feel uncomfortable walking up to the Amish people's houses, right? So I can't just, you can't call them, right? And so I know that I can like just drive down the street. I'm in New York. I mean, they're Mennonites across the street, but Mennonite Matt, they don't build stuff there. So I have to find like an actual, so down by Vernon Downs, there's Amish there. There is a big Amish farm. Like there's Amish farms all over the place. And there's one up. Okay, there's two by Vernon Downs. There's one. You have a phone number for an Amish person? Yes, I would like their phone number. All right. Hold on. Let me start the giveaway for the next thing. Okay. Okay. This is for a flag. Everyone getting this giveaway for a flag. So that's just a little bit of something that's happening with me. We're not going to worry about it. Good morning. All right. Put a sign that says hiring Amish. Whatnot swag, get in the giveaway. I have to focus on work today. We have to talk about actual work things. So everyone go follow my Instagram, YouTube, whatever else. I would like to tell you tomorrow when I'm going to do like a Hummel, Yadro, whatever show tomorrow. I'll tell you all about my personal life. All about the shit that's happening in my actual life. Today, we're going to try to focus on work a little bit. I'm going to bounce all over the place, but I do need to I'm going to try to find an Amish person to rebuild my shed. Thank you, Texas. I hope everything will be okay. I know everything will, I'll be fine, but so today, what am I supposed to talk about? Today, I'm supposed to talk about selling formats and pricing strategies. Once a month, I'm supposed to stay on topic. Once a month. Why is that so hard for me to do? I couldn't do it for 10 seconds. Okay. Does anyone have any specific whatnot questions about pricing strategies or what was the other topic? I'm terrible at this. I'm a grown up. I say selling formats. You purchased a gift to chat. I did before you went live. You did? Okay. Trash Island. Thank you so much. Trash Island. I love your name. Trash Island. Hold on. I know. It will get the best of me. All right. Let me follow you. Everyone go follow Trash Island. She's at 826. Let's try to get her to 1K right now. I will run yours right after I run this whatnot flag. Whatnot swag flag. Whatnot swag flag. So I do better to bin an auction. Thank you for asking a question, 911. I think that it is a auction platform, right? So I think that it's better to have auction items, but I do always think the bloops went away, I think. It's still showing the gift icon in the chat. Interesting. I do think you should have things in your buy it now for a couple reasons. I think you should have, thank you, Southern Charm. I think you should have things in the buy it now because there are people who will come in and purchase just out of your buy it now. There are people who will come in and only buy, thank you, Roaming Soul, for your tip. I appreciate you. There are people that will come in and if they buy one thing, hi, Crunchy Cacking. If they buy one thing, they will fill their box with other things in the buy it now. There are people who want to see, especially if you're new, and I don't like to. Thank you so much for your tips. I appreciate you valuing my time. I'm really struggling with not doing a show yesterday. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm really struggling with not doing a show yesterday and then not doing a selling show today because that's 2 days of zero income, especially with that manus. Anyway, so thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate you. So I do think that you should run things in auction and in the buy it now. I buy stuff out of the buy it now all the time. Exactly. If you want it in auction and buy it now, do you have to enter it twice? You can enter it into your buy it now, and then when you want to run it as an auction, you can move it. You did not miss the pricing strategy. The first question was about buy it now or auction, but I can definitely talk about pricing strategies. So I just started. Hi, everybody. Good morning. How are you? You're welcome. So yeah, so if you put things in your buy it now, hi, Carolyn, you can move things from your buy it now to your auction site. Okay. Good morning. If you're new here, hi. My name is Christine. I have a full store full of stuff, antiques, collectibles, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. Today we're talking about some whatnot tips and tricks. What do you think about allowing the chat to throw comps out to motivate buyers to bid? I think there can be, Kelly, thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. Thank you for valuing me. I appreciate that very much. Good morning. What is mine can be yours. I think that can be helpful. It can also be hurtful. It is Christine with a K. Yes. I think that buy high, sell low effects strategy. I'm worth a lot more. Thank you. You're so nice. Thank you, Cottage Charm. You're welcome, Freddie. I think that it can help motivate, but it can also deter people as well. So there are very few times ever. I start everything usually at $1 or $2. So I'm not saying you should do that. We'll talk about pricing strategy in a minute. But there are very few times ever when I run something where I'll show it and I'll be like, thank you, Trash Island. And I'll be like, oh, well, this is $47 on eBay. I'm starting at $1. Very, 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 very few times I will comp price, or I will say, isn't this pretty? Or I will say things like that. And if I do, it is generally because I'm selling it for someone else, or I'm doing something, good morning, Storage Madness, or I'm doing something in which requires me to so sometimes it's helpful to do that in the chat. Sometimes it's not. I wouldn't do it without the permission of the seller. So sometimes I think people think that they're helping me by doing that, but sometimes it also deters people, because what if this is comped at $47 and someone's like, that comps at $47, but someone was going to bid $50 on it because they really like it and they want to buy it from me and they want to support me, but you said it was 47 and then they feel stupid by paying for 50. Sometimes it can backfire. All right. We are going to do this first gift card giveaway from Trash. Oh, I got to tag you. Yes, please follow me on YouTube. All of these tips and tricks and everything else will be available later on YouTube. There she is right there. Everyone go follow Trash Island. This video will be able for replay on YouTube later. And also I am going to make another YouTube video later talking about anything that we come up today that we would like to talk about again. You sell books. Okay. Vintage jewelry. Ooh. I freaking love, you have a mental health, a smut, a blind date, and a pride show coming up. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. I'm intimidated by lives with not knowing how to do shipping. I have a scale. Shipping is very easy. If you've ever shipped on any platform ever, shipping on this platform is the easiest you'll find. Also, on my YouTube, I'm shamelessly plugging my YouTube all day. Thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you. It is trial by fire. You're going to mess up. It's going to be okay. Scale is essential. If you watch my YouTube, thank you for all the gifted chats. We're going to do them as they come in, and Trash Island is first, so please make sure you're following her, and then I will do everyone else's as they come in. Thank you so much. Yes, I got hers too. Thank you, Hot Mess. If I moderate you, everyone please go follow all my moderators as well. So if you go to my YouTube, I have multiple videos on my YouTube about shipping that can be very helpful. I have videos that show you each label you can use on what boxes. I have videos that show you how to make the boxes bigger, how to charge correctly, how to make custom shipping profiles. I have lots of videos on my YouTube about shipping. So if you have specific shipping questions, that's the best way to do it, because you can go back, refer back to it. You can pause, you can restart, you can do it while you're doing it. Do you recommend selling in different categories? I do. I 100% recommend selling in different categories. I think if you have multiple things in the same name on YouTube, yes, same name everywhere. If you have multiple things, I think one of the ways that I was able to gain a lot of followers was I sold in different categories. So on Tuesdays, I would do vintage decor. On Thursdays, I would do estate sales or garage sales, storage units. On Fridays, I would do either comics or jewelry when I first started 2 years ago. And then now I will do different shows all the time. I do albums, I do jewelry, I do clothing. And then that way you're branching out in different categories. So like this morning when someone said, spending their studio YouTube, I love it. When someone said, how do I find my favorite people? That is a prime example of how people, when they log on to the app, if they're just going to their For You page, it's going to show you different people on your For You page. Oh, look, there's me. Then it's going to show at your followed host or maybe they just want vintage decor, so they're just going to swipe over to vintage decor, or they're just going to swipe over to jewelry. So if you're in one of those different categories, you're going to be exposed to different people. So it's really going to help you to grow your following in different categories. And if you can sell yourself in those different categories, they will follow you in other categories. Knickknacks, not vintage. I would do either estate sales, storage unit, or home decor. I'd probably do estate sales. How do you set up your giveaways? I have a video on that on my YouTube. If you go to my YouTube here, I'm just going to show you my YouTube right now so that you can take a look. It's a short, exactly. So if you go to my YouTube, this is my YouTube page right here. If you go to my videos, you will see lots of videos on shipping, questions, comments, concerns. Most of them are whatnot related. Whatnot shipping, whatnot shipping. Most of them are whatnot related. There's a few like shop with me. If you go to my shorts, I'm going to try to figure out how to pin this short today. But if you scroll down in my shorts, it's not that far. It's that one right there is going to show you how to do for that. The short is very helpful. It is 1.5 minutes long. That is it. And if you go to my playlists, if you go to my playlists, this is about an hour long, and this is going to show you every video that I have when it comes to shipping or whatever else. Yeah, all in one place. Do you use your iPhone? I'm looking at my iPad. You are on my iPad, and then I use my phone to run things. Anyone here offer help with naming and branding? I got my logo from Thriftworks. If someone will tag him, he is in France. His name is Darren. He is very helpful. He's designed a lot of stuff for a lot of people. Also, I know Philly Flipper does logo design. Thank you, Gems Joy. I appreciate you. Everyone, please go follow Trash. This giveaway was brought to you by her. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And the next one's going to be from Southern Charm, the Silver Pony Farm. You won that giveaway. Thank you so much. And if you do purchase a gifted chat, feel free at any point during the day to shout yourself out. No, everyone please go follow Darren, Thriftworks. People were asking about naming and logo design and branding. So people were asking, I told them I got my logo done from you. Okay, this gift card giveaway is brought to you by Southern Charm. Southern Charm, where are you at right now? 1.7. And her next show is today at 1 o'clock. Everyone, please go follow Southern Charm. Thank you for being here and everyone getting this giveaway. So hopefully those answered a couple of your questions. You can't see the person to follow in the box, so it's best to tag the person's name first or make it nice and short. Yes, you can't see that? I can see that. Can you see that? Maybe, the last one. Sometimes that happens. It's okay. You got to start somewhere. Exactly. We all started somewhere. So I like to do my little spiel again. I'll do it if you haven't been here before. Hi, my name is Christine. I have a full store full of stuff. Antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. I started about 2.5 years ago. My first show I sold nothing. My second show I sold nothing. My third show I sold nothing. My fourth show I sold $44. I didn't sell over $200 until my 12th show. I am now 2.5 years in, and I am selling my building, and I am doing solely whatnot sales. So it can happen. It takes time. It takes effort. You have to put yourself out there, make friends, talk to people, be consistent, and you have to. It takes work. Thank you so much, 707. I appreciate you. Do you have a computer for you? Yes, I ship from my computer. So I run my show off my iPad. I run items off of my phone, and then I ship from my iPad, and I do have a, whatever those printers are. I think it's super important to have. I feel like I'm looking down to read the chat when I use my iPad, so I look at the camera. Yeah, so I use the iPad to run off of. Thermal printer, thank you, because it's bigger, so it's easier for me to catch the chat usually, especially so like when my mods pin someone, I only get to see one line at a time in the chat, so it's hard for me to catch, and I hate missing so many things. So if I do miss, I try my best. The bubble wrap machine is the best. Hi, thank you for entertaining me all day yesterday while you were packing. You don't really need a computer, no. I think the computer is helpful, but can you print shipping labels on? Yes, you can print them via Wi-Fi from your phone if you have like a Wi-Fi printer or whatever. I buy boxes, and I also get free boxes from USPS. So this is my box stack right there. I get the free boxes from USPS. I purchase boxes, and I also have what I call box fairies. I put on Facebook. I can't entertain and pack at the same time either. When I did the packing show last week, I told everyone that they were on there. I'm like, I will just pack because I can't do both. So iPad so that I can now forward-facing shows. Now I just need the balls to show my face. Do it. I didn't show my face for the first 6 months. First 6 months that I was on, I used to get creepy offers and tips and stuff before tips were a thing to show my face. But I didn't show my face for a while. I definitely think it helps with, again, this is a social media selling platform. Do I think you can be successful without showing your face? Yes. Do I think that this is sometimes important, even if it's just for a couple minutes at the beginning or a couple minutes at the end? Yes, because this is, people want to have a connection with you. People want to get to know you. People want to there's 300 people in here, 200 and some, none of you are buying anything today. You're all just listening to me. It is a social media selling platform, so you have to treat it as such. So that's why having it forward facing can help. Okay, we're going to take a picture. Hold on. Smile. Good morning. I am not. Good morning. Did y'all smile when I took the picture? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Everyone, please go follow Southern Charm. Thank you again. I appreciate you for being here. And thank you for, again, if I miss you, if you have a legitimate question and something that I can't answer for you on YouTube, please just keep repeating it in the chat until I see it. I try my best to make sure to, thank you so much. I try my best to make sure to read all the chat, but sometimes I miss it because there's a lot of people and it's fast. Unless I've not discovered it yet, I haven't used any Whatnot seller that sells vintage advertising, not only signs but smalls. I think that there's a lot of people that do that. I mean, I have a bunch of times done vintage advertising. I know that Hoda the Mo has done vintage advertising in her ephemera shows. I think that a lot of people sell a lot of different things. It's usually one show out of a couple months, right? Yeah, one Nerdy Llama sells vintage advertising. No Self sells vintage. So I think it just depends on the type of show you get and the type of day, because any given day I could be selling. Tuesday I sold coins. Tomorrow I'm going to sell Hummels. You never know. Rum Spice, you won that giveaway. Do you think there's a difference in profit when you do random pulls? So I think it depends on what type of show you wanna run. Okay, we are running this giveaway right now, and let's tag who this one is from. I'm so sorry. This one is from. Hold on, there we go. The Thrifty Thistle. The Thrifty Thistle. That's hard to say. The Thrifty Thistle, the Thrifty Thistle. There you go. I got it. I just had to say it a couple times. I followed you. We're best friends now, Lindsay. Next show is 5/18. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone go follow the Thrifty Thistle. And definitely schedule yourself a whole bunch of shows. You can always change them. You can always push them out. The Thrifty Boyfriend. But I love that name too. The Thrifty Thistle. The Thrifty Thistle. So everyone go follow them. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay. There was a question that I wanted to talk about. You watched a bunch of my YouTube videos yesterday. Thank you. You can buy the Mackenzie Child soap. Just got mine. It smelled. Isn't that amazing? The Mackenzie Child soap smells so good. Here, let's run I do need to sell something today because I can't have 2 non-sales days. So what we're going to do is we're going to pin product and we'll do a flash sale in case anybody wants to buy a couple. There's also some candy bars in there if anybody wants to buy that. Harry Tornado soap is better, but Mackenzie Child soap is all I have. I don't have I'll just find out where you buy your soap and I'll buy it all and I'll sell it like, I'm selling Harry Tornado soap. No one has to go over there. Just come to me. Just kidding. I would never do that. But, all right, back to questions. On average, small show to large show, how do you personally spend on shipping from max shipping? I want to do it, but it scares me. I never do max shipping. The only time I do max shipping is shows like this, because I don't sell enough to overdo the max shipping. If I'm doing miniatures, if I'm doing jewelry, I don't suggest you do. I think that you should do the shipping the way that Whatnot sets up shipping. Go watch my YouTube videos. It'll tell you everything that how I feel about shipping. Thank you so much for everyone who purchased that soap. Here, I love these little auctions. Let's do another pin. God. Got him. Dead. Okay, we're gonna run another flash sale. Sorry, I don't know where the hell they keep coming from. Okay, we're gonna run a flash sale on a candy bar in case anybody wants candy bar. I'm being invaded. Sorry about that. Someone asked me about someone asked me about doing random polls. I prefer, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. I prefer random polls, but it depends on how fast you are. It also depends on how, okay, so I was watching one of my very best friends in real life. Like, I love her. We talk every single day, all day. How slow she was running things made me want to punch her in the face. Okay. I love her. I absolutely love her. And I watched her all night and I still bought a bunch of stuff. But I was like, bro, run faster, right? So I think when you do random pulls, you take the chance of not being fast enough for some of your viewers. My ADD, you have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to show me something else or run something else before I'm like, I'm out of here. Unless I'm just listening to you for fun. Because there's a lot of people like, I watch Brie every day. Well, yesterday Brie wasn't on, so I watched The Farmhouse Fryer. I watched Moonrise Vintage. I watched The Hairy Tornado. I watched Thriftworks. Like, I watch these people just to hang out and listen to them. Show me your junk faster, right? Show me your, get there faster. So sometimes I just watch people for fun, but sometimes if I'm buying things, I need you to go faster. So when you do random polls, you take the chance of not being fast enough for some people, but some people don't like that. Some people are like, bro, you need to slow down. I don't want to listen to you talk that fast. Like, you are out of control. And so then you can get people like that too. So it really depends on what type of show you're trying to run. Thank you again, Gems Joy, for helping me, and Hot Mess for helping me mod today. I don't know who's next, but please, and Trash Island, I'm gonna mod you too. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, please go follow the Thrifty Thistle. Hang out, right? So when I get off the show, I will watch whoever I raid for the next couple hours until they raid me into someone else. I will be in someone's show all day. The other day, I actually said hi to people. You'll see when I post the YouTube video today of me cleaning yesterday. I didn't run a show yesterday. I cleaned all day. What's up, Plus One? And bro, MCart, I freaking forgot about you again. Hold on. I need to figure something out. I like to just hold the phone, friends. Okay, why can't I do that? That's silly. Okay, who's gonna win this giveaway from the Thrifty Thistle? Who's next on the list? Peace, love, and locks. Thank you so much. Okay, let's run the next one. Congratulations. This next one's from Buddy's Bargains. Okay, let's go follow Buddy. Buddy's, is that you or is that your dog? Rachel and Taylor, so I bet your dog's name is Buddy. Buddy's Bargains. I'm going to bookmark your upcoming shows. Oh, for sure. Look at that little puppy. I just followed you. Oh, look at his sunglasses. Oh, he's so cute. He's my dog. I love it. All right, I just bookmarked your shows and I followed you. Everyone go follow Buddy's Bargains. Can you go over giveaways? Set time or a certain number of entries before it runs? It's 5 minutes. You can pull it I could pull it right now if I wanted to, but it runs automatically in 5 minutes. When listing items, do you use words that are searchable on here? Yes. So, hello, the Farmhouse Fryer. I was just talking about you. So, hold on. I'm going to come back to that question too. When you list things, because Whatnot is now very searchable, especially if you have something in your marketplace or you buy it now, if you list something with keywords or like actual good descriptions, it will pop up in Google searches. So if you're preloading things or pre-listing things, it's very good to have them have good descriptions and keywords. How do you set up the auctions so that you can run item at a good pace? I set up mine as small, medium, miniature, small, medium, large. So like if you look, I have like 500 listings of the large, 174 of the medium, 147 of the small. So I set up miniatures as 1 to 3 ounces, smalls as 4 to 7 ounces, medium as 12 to 15 ounces, large as 1 to 2 pounds. And then I also have a ship alone, which is 5 pounds, not 69. I know, because I run too many to just do that. What weights do you set for jewelry? I usually set 1 to 3 ounces for jewelry, but I do jewelry as a flat rate at $9.21. So you can buy 100 pieces at 1 to 3 ounces. I'm still going to ship the same. When do you start getting 50 people in your show? When did I? Probably 6 months in, I would say. I started getting more than 50 people in my room. How do you get into raid trains? You can. Good morning, Amy Perrin. You can you can do a raid train by yourself if you want. You can put it on. Ask people to do it with you. 2, Jen Jig, CG Boomerang, the Sassy Vintage Chick, Cherry Bomb Vintage. Those are a few people that I know that put them on. I know. Quit calling people. I'm working. That you can reach out to. That you can get on lists, or you can I know CG Boomerang has a Cassandra does a new seller one. They have websites where you can get on and you can look for new raid trains, but you can also get on lists of things that they do. How do you ship the jewelry? Do you use flat rate boxes? Yes. If you go watch my hold on, let me pin my YouTube again. If you go watch my YouTube videos, I have 20 videos about shipping. I have addressed every shipping question known to man in these YouTube videos, and I have shown you what boxes to use, what labels to use, and there is a 23-minute video of me shipping jewelry where I address a bunch of jewelry shipping questions. You're very welcome. I hope it helps. If you watch, so here's my caveat, here's my whatever. If you go and watch those videos and there's something that I didn't answer, please come back and ask me. Or if there's something I answered but you didn't understand because I talked too fast or I'm a little flaky, come back and ask again and I will walk it through with you live so that you can understand it. Because I don't make any money. I don't make any money there. I don't make any money here. I did officially get monetized there, but it's like, it's nothing yet, pennies, but it's okay. But I do all this to help. I do this to help. These are non-selling victories, right? These are non-selling shows where I take time to help you guys. So I'm trying to help, but I'm trying to focus on the categories or whatever I'm supposed to be talking about today. Do you usually pay the difference in shipping? I never set up flat rate shipping except for jewelry and miniatures because I refuse to pay the difference. I have used to promote feature a few times and have had better sales. That's awesome. I have never had success with the promote feature. I'm glad you have. So do snap pictures of every item no, I do not. I do not take pictures. That's correct. Let me say, thank you so much for your tip. Harry Tornado, I love you. Thank you, Harry Tornado. Thank you, Sapus. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you valuing my time because it does take a lot of time and effort to do shows like this where you just sit still for a few hours and talk and help without making any money. So we were talking about promoting features. Oh, not everyone gets, this was a great point when someone said, not everyone gets 50 people in the room, and that's okay. Like some people will never have 50 people in the room, and you can still be successful. You only need 2 people to have an auction. You only need 1 person if you're going to price your stuff at the amount of money you want to make. Rescued by Michelle, you won that giveaway from Buddy's Bargains. I hope everyone goes and follows Buddy's Bargains. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate you. You have you have your coffee. Okay, I'm going to run the next one. I'm not sure the next one is from, but you do not need a bunch of people. So even if you watch like my selling shows, you can watch my selling show someday. I'm going to wait to start this one until, okay. Ceramics and Fiction. This one is from Ceramics and Fiction. We are already friends. Sabrina, tomorrow at 11:30 is her next show. Everyone go bookmark all of her upcoming shows. That's awesome, Becky. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. So do not think, some of my favorite sellers and some of the best people that I've watched on here usually on average have between 10 and 20 people in their show. Moonrise Vintage, hi, Back to the Future. Moonrise Vintage is a perfect example of this. She had 50 plus people in her show yesterday, almost all day that I watched her. But she on average has like 25 to 35 people. She sells every single time. Van Wert Vintage, another one. She sells all day, every single time, makes money, has fun, enjoys her show, has a manageable chat, communicates with people. Like, it's a great show to watch. Never has over 50 people, right? So you do not need to have hundreds of people in your show to be successful. And you can watch some of my selling shows Monday, Saturday. I had 200 people in my room and couldn't sell Hummels for more than $3, right? So it doesn't matter how many people you have in your room. It matters what you're selling. And if there's people in your room that want it, sometimes people just want to hang out, and that's perfectly fine. You can hang out with me all day. You never have to buy anything. But you can't be like, oh, I'm not successful because I only have 10 people in my room. And that's not true. Also, I'm going to say this just one time. You may see that number and think that you only have 5 people in your room. You could actually have 50 people watching you from outside of your room. And at the end of your show, you can go back and look and see that you actually had 200 people in your room at some point. So all day for this entire time, if I average 300 people in here, at the end of my show, when I go back and look at my analytics, it'll say I had 2,793 people. Not at one point did I have nearly that much, but that means I had 2,793 people at some point in my room for more than 5 minutes, and I had more than 5 minutes to entertain, to get a following, to sell something to 2,973 people. So if you are running your show like, well, there's only 2 of us in here, so I'm not even going to do it. Well, it doesn't really matter because there's only 2 of you. You don't know you do not know if those 2 people are the same 2. Thank you for your purchase of the candy bars. Same 2 people from the beginning or the end. You do not know if there's people watching you from the outside with the live tiles. You do not know how many people are actually watching you at any given time. So try not to let that number get you down. So like right now, look, as I'm going through, I can watch. I'm not in there. She doesn't know that I'm watching her. But if I'm doing this so that I'm not actually in there, and then I see her put something up that I want to, that I'm like, oh, what's that? I can click into her room and buy it. So run your room the exact same, whether you have 5 people or 500 people. Yeah, it's like watching from the hallway. I love it. I love to lurk. Thank you for your purchase of the candy bars. I appreciate you. I'm a lurker from way back. Everyone go follow Ceramics in Fiction. Thank you so much. If a buyer has toggled on enable private entry under preferences, do you know exactly who's in your room? No. So if they have enabled private entry, there's 2 ways. If they have enabled private entry, that means they can come in without being announced. That's what I have. But if they have, I still have on my settings where you can see what room I'm in. So just because you have enabled private entry, that just means your name doesn't pop up when you enter a room. But if you do not have off not the location, high. If you do not have the activity status shut off, people can still see if you're in their room. So I have my enabled private entry off just so that people don't talk to me. And the only reason I do that is because my ADHD is so bad. I want to listen to you guys all day, but I cannot. If you know I'm there and you talk to me, I will sit and talk to you. I can't work and do both. I have 0 self-control. So the minute that you know that I'm there, like sometimes I get caught because I win giveaways or I get announced with the little crown or something. And I'm like, crap, I've been here the whole time, but I didn't want anyone to know I was here because then I'm like, oh, well, I got to come say something. I got to come talk. No, I'm just listening to you in the background. You're just keeping me occupied while I'm working. It's like having a person here. So I do have the enabled entry, but if you want to find me and you look at my activity, you can find me in a show all day, every day. You can be like, oh, click on activity and where's Hodge? And you'll be like, oh, she's in Trash Island show. Let's go to Trash Island show. So you can find me, but it doesn't announce when I come in. Yeah, you've caught me. I know I'm not that sneaky. Thank you, Twin Mom. I love you. How many shows should you do a week? You should do as many shows a week as you can. So don't overexert yourself. I say that as someone who overexerts herself weekly. Don't overexert yourself. Don't do more shows than you can ship. But I do think that the more shows you do, the more exposure you get, the bigger you're going to get, the more following you're going to get. It takes time. All right. A Vintage Libra, I've watched you multiple times. This one is from Pop. They're all gone already? Oh, maybe. I'll let you know, Amy. Prop Pass. We're already friends. 526. I love that your thing starts off with just all those money bags. Everyone, please go follow. Holy cow, look at all that. Look at all that shit you got in there. I'm not reading it. I love it. I'm not reading it, though. Today at 3:00 is their next show. Everyone go follow Prop Pass. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you mess up on a giveaway, is there a way to get back the shipping? No. If you mess up on shipping, that's what she said. If you mess up on shipping, you eat the shipping. Just seek all. I love it. Why are there so many shows, format pricing shows lately? That is our monthly chat topic. So there are like 30 of us in a group, and they give us a topic for once. That's why I'm trying to stick to that topic, because once a month we are given a topic and that's the topic for the month. I was in here listening to you and the principal walked in my room. Hi, principal. Thank you for letting her listen to me. No more. I think that that's it. That's it for now. And the reason that it is because I really do. So I close in 28 days. I have to get rid of everything in this building in 28 days. So I have a lot of work to do. That's why I canceled my show yesterday. So I need to reel myself in because I'll sit here all day with you guys. I'll hang out all day and make no money and do no actual work because I just want to hang out with my friends. I need to set some boundaries for myself and actually stick with them. So I try to do that with the gifted chats and then I try to limit the number so that I actually get off. Yes, we are professional overexerters, exactly. But I really do appreciate you. I am doing so yesterday I went to go get a tattoo yesterday. My tattoo guy did not have my design ready. So what he did do though for me is design this beautiful flyer for my 1-day sale. And I called, there's a guy, his name is Mr. Peavy. He used to be the wrestling coach at my high school. He's retired. He is going to rent me a tent. So I'm getting a tent with walls and 12 tables for outside on that day. I am going to CNY shared my post. Spy CNY shared my post. I'm so excited. My store's in upstate New York. That's so exciting. So I have 1 day. I'm doing a 1-day blowout sale and I'm selling everything in this building. So I have to get ready for that. It's in 2 weeks. And I also need to, but I'm going to do the Hummel whatever show tomorrow. I need to figure out how I'm going to fix my shed. I don't think I'm going to pay that guy $10,000 just to do my roof, but there's a lot of things I have going on, but we're not going to talk about that today. Let's go back to pricing strategy and selling formats. Do you have any specific questions on that? And everyone, please go follow Prop Pass. The 31st, May 31st is going to be my 1-day sale. I am closing because I've actually been closed. I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm not leaving Whatnot. This is it. This is all I'm going to do for a living. I actually have been closed to the public for 1.5 years. I closed my store January 2024. So I haven't been actual location in 1.5 years. Are you able to look at my upcoming show and take a look at my pricing? Let's see, Meg. So I am just going to do this and I'm going to be home. So I'm not going to have the overhead. Thank you so much for your purchase of the Buy It Now. Do you have a specific question on your price? Do you want me to tell you if your pricing is good? I can see your pricing. Yes, please. It looks reasonable. $6 start on a cow creamer looks good. Thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. $10, $14. I think that those look like reasonable, good prices. I love all your little duckies or swans, whatever those are. I have sold clothes. I'm not a big fan of clothes because I don't know how to sell clothes. Thank you, C-Bus. I am focusing on the positive. When my realtor came yesterday or 2 days ago, she came with muffins. I haven't eaten them yet. And told me to take a Xanax. And she was like, hey, everything's moving forward. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, you okay? And I'm like, yep, we're not going to stress about it. I'm going to make an Instagram video, like, right. You're welcome, Meg. Good luck on your first show. I'm going to make an Instagram. Hold on. I'm going to follow you. Instagram video today kind of explaining it because I did get a lot of text messages. Thank you. I got a lot of text messages and a lot of phone calls and a lot of messages like, what do you mean you're closing, you're selling? So I'm kind of going to explain what I'm doing here. Can Whatnot replace a brick and mortar? Yes. Whatnot has replaced my brick and mortar. You're so welcome. I'm going to start the next one and my wonderful mods. Thank you for helping. Looking forward. The candy bars are the best thing. Just wait. They're delicious. I eat them every day. Look, I had one this morning. The candy bars are to go to support my son's girlfriend's dance troupe. I appreciate you. Thank you for your tips. It's very, very, very much appreciated. Yeah. So I had the brick and mortar. I started doing Whatnot in October. This one's B Starlet. B Starlet. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Everyone go follow B Starlet. Thank you so much for being here. She's a show tomorrow at 6. I started this in October of 2022 and I did it for 1 year and 2 months before I got to a point where I felt like I could do just this. Now I also do in-person auctions I haven't done any in months because I've been focusing solely on this. But so I closed the doors to my brick and mortar. This is my store. Hi, my name is Christine. I have a full store full of stuff: antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. I need a new spiel now that I'm going to be in my house, but I did close my brick and mortar a year and a half ago and have been doing just Whatnot. So there is a way. Thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you, Mom and I Flip. Everyone, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people in my chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you. For jewelry shows, do I change the flat rate option? Yes. That's what I would do for jewelry. I would change for flat rate. Where is the info on the store sale? It'll be on I posted on my Instagram yesterday. I'm going to post leading up for the next 2 weeks. Thank you for your tip. I'm going to post on my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, my TikTok. I'm going to list it on estatesales.net. Hi, I know. Hi, my name is Christine. I'm selling in my hallway. So thank you so much for your purchase of the candy bars. Is there a particular time of day that seems to be better? So there are statistically per Whatnot, the best time to run a show is Wednesday night and Saturday night. I do not run a show either of those times. I think that they take, yes, I will tell you, Skip Bank, I'm going to list it everywhere, so you got to come. I think that is just because, yay, now I'm so happy for you. I think that is just because that must be when they have the highest dollar amount sold from Whatnot, right? So I like Joe Hollywood does a show all day Saturday. Joe Hollywood makes more money in one day than we will in a whole year, than all of us combined will in a whole year. So yeah, of course it's going to show that he has that Saturday is the best day to run a show. That is not, I think the best time for you to run a show is when you have the most energy. I do not do well on weekends. I do not do well at night. I do not have good night shows. And last Saturday, I sold stuff for like an hour. I didn't sell anything. I like morning shows because I have more energy in the morning. I'm more engaging in the morning. By noon, I'm trying to take a nap on the sex couch. Like I do not have energy come afternoon and I want to be in bed by 8 o'clock. So I think that you should do a show whenever it works for you. I think the best time for you to do a show is when you have the most energy. And sometimes that'll just hit me. Or sometimes I'm having a really bad day and I'm like crying and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell something. I'm going to get on. It's over in the corner. I'm going to get on and I'm going to sell something because I need to. Or I'll be like, it's whenever you feel like you need to sell something or want to sell something is the best time for you to do a show. There is no, but I do think you should try. Yes, pickers in the wind. I do think you should try. I think you should try. The red chat's pretty funny right now. Try other times. So I have always, since the day I started Whatnot, thank you. So Silver Drip, good morning. Since the day I started Whatnot, I have done shows on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 8:33 or 9:13 every Tuesday and every Thursday. I have never wavered. I have also, I did Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Friday when I first started. Now I do one almost every single morning at 8:30 or 9:13 in the morning. And even yesterday, I canceled my show yesterday so that I could focus on cleaning. And I got 50 text messages, DMs, phone calls. Are you okay? Is everything okay? And I didn't respond to any of you. I love you all. I'm sorry. I saw them come through. I was fine. I really needed to focus on working. When my realtor came and told me that I was closing in 28 days, I had a panic attack and then went home and went to bed because that's what I do. Like, oh, I can't get everything done I need to do. You know what you should do? You should just not do anything. Yeah, there was a full-on search party. So I think that you should try different days and times and figure out what works for you. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of messages. And you know what I did? I just ignored my entire life yesterday. I did go to my son's track meet. That was nice. That makes a lot of sense, right? So you should do, and then when you find something that works for you, you should stick with it. You should be consistent. So I'm consistently on every single Tuesday and Thursday, and those are my best shows by far every single week is Tuesday morning and Thursday morning, because I think I have regular people who plan on me being here Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they show up for me every Tuesday and Thursday. Now, do a lot of those people show up for me other days? Yes. But is it consistent on those days? Also, yes. So long story short, to answer your question there, you do a show whenever you feel like is the best time for you to do a show. Coco Dog, let's do this giveaway from Coco Dog. Hey, Silver Drip, how about you not take such a terrible picture of me this week? How about you take well, actually, I don't have my cardboard list. Oh, that reminds me. I have to show you a video. Kim has 226 followers. Everyone go follow Kim. Let's get her to 333 real quick. My friend Sarah, remember how we talked about the cardboard lists, and she would talk about how like I would be a terror and I would run through Lowe's with the cardboard list. I think it's in our, let me see if I have it. Should be in Sarah. Jesus, how many freaking snaps do I save from you, Sarah? So what the last picture was me. It doesn't matter. But anyway, it's me walking through Lowe's with my cardboard list. All right. Back to the task at hand. What's with Givey to the highest bidder? What does that mean? I don't know what that is. Any advice on what shipping profiles should be, small, medium, large? I have my miniatures 1 to 3 ounces, my smalls 4 to 7 ounces, my mediums 12 to 15 ounces, my large 1 to 2 pounds, and my ship alone at 5 pounds. I have multiple videos on my YouTube. Everyone go follow my YouTube and watch the videos. If you have shipping questions, then come back and ask me here and I will help you. But I do a lot of whatnot, like how-tos. I'm working, please, ghosts. I'm still debating on whether to do a max 925. I wouldn't. I think that's bad advice. Yeah, ghosts. I think everyone that tells you should do max 921 is giving you bad advice. If you sell anything, you send it to me. Where did you? In a cherry bomb? Lord help me. Has it been the longest hour of my life? Just kidding. I love you. Thank you for being here. So here's Sarah. So this is me walking through Lowe's with my cardboard list, and her caption was the cardboard list, because that was their life. Every time I showed up to work with my cardboard list, they were like, oh crap, follow Christine around, we're gonna have a million things to do today. Everyone go follow Coco Dog. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, the 921. I think that's bad advice. And I think people that do the max 921 on vintage decor cheat the system, lie, and ship things without weighing them. It's just my opinion. Every time I've done it, it's cost me way too much money. Don't pull in here. Don't pull in here. Why are you slowing down? I don't know what they're doing. All new sellers. Look, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Never know what size box to use. Watch my YouTube videos. What would you recommend for clothing? It depends. I usually just do regular shipping for clothing. So if you set up Whatnot is I do not want to talk about shipping today, but I'm going to say one thing. Whatnot sets it up so that you will never mess up. If you just do what Whatnot tells you to do without touching anything, you set up a show without touching the shipping settings at all, and you weigh things correctly, you will not pay shipping. If you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. So when I do clothing, I leave it the way it is, because it'll get to 921 at a pound, and then they'll have free shipping for till 5 pounds. And then when it gets over 5 pounds, it will incrementally go up. It'll charge them another $1.40, another $2.75, another 73 cents, and it'll incrementally go up. And then you will find a box and weigh it and put it in the box. But if you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. And it is extremely less expensive than any other platform. The Hodgepodge Place is my YouTube videos. Just don't touch it. Exactly. So do you have put the buyer pays all shipping? Yes. The only time I do buyer doesn't have to pay all shipping is a show like this, because if you can buy enough out of my buy it now right now to where I would have to pay for shipping, I'll pay for it. Because you can't. I don't think you could buy everything if I buy it now right now, and I could probably fit it all in a flat rate box. And 2, I do it for jewelry or miniatures, because I can fit a million miniatures in a flat rate box. You cannot fit any vintage decor in a flat rate box. You just can't. You can fit some clothing in it, but if you sell 2 pairs of jeans and then 5 shirts, that can't fit in a flat rate box. It's hard. Buyer paying $100 max shipping is so reduced shipping badge. Oh, that's cool. Rusty Junk can, yeah. And so here, I'm saying this to new sellers. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. And you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. I appreciate you. Everyone go follow Coco Dog. This giveaway is going to run. We're going to do another one. I'm saying this to new sellers. Some of my favorite sellers do max shipping. Upcycled by Brie does max shipping. Toasty Gold does max shipping. They have built that into their sales platform. Right. It's because you understand it. They have done it for a long time. Toasty Gold knows he's going to pay between 20 and 30% every single show with shipping, because that's what he's built into his platform, and he knows how to do it. My advice is solely to new sellers, because you don't know how it works yet. So don't do it until you know how it works and you know it's going to charge you money, or you're going to end up paying a bunch of money. Because if you ask those people, if you ask Philly Flipper, Bree, Toasty Gold, me, anytime I do it on accident or whatever, it's a lot of money we pay in shipping. I don't want new sellers to do that thinking you have to and then screw yourself. Don't cut yourself short because a big seller tells you you should. Don't do that. All right, we're doing another giveaway. This is from Tanya or Tonya. Tanya's Timeless Treasures. Okay, I'm going to follow you. You have 555 right now. Let's get to 6. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Firefly, thank you for bringing your friends over here. Let me follow you. Everyone go follow Firefly. Yes. So here's the thing. I love Bree, and Bree has worked it out. Bree's one of my favorite people. I watch her every day. Same with Toasty Gold. I'm saying you need to practice before you do it. You need to figure out how much it's going to cost you before you do it. Bree and myself and Toasty and Philly Flipper can also all start things at $1 or $2 because we have a good following and we've built a program. And if it sells for $1, it's okay. We'll make it up on something else. It's the advice I'm giving is generally for brand new sellers because you have to learn how the system works before you change what Whatnot has set up for you. And again, that's just my advice. And people also are not always going to agree. There's one seller on here that I swear says the opposite of me every single time on purpose. Like they watch me and they're like, that's what she said. I'm gonna say different. Yeah, Bailey Cheddar. Exactly. No. Learning is learning curve. Exactly. It's a learning curve. Yep. I've learned so much from her. Yeah, she's amazing. I love her in real life. That was creepy. It's okay. I can be creepy. Everyone go follow my YouTube. I appreciate it. Okay. New and just popped in. Pricing. I have swimwear. Okay. And I thought it was priced competitively, but I can't. Okay. So here's the thing. They're boobs. Exactly. So with pricing, we haven't really addressed the pricing yet. Whatnot is still a baby platform. I'm going to focus on what I'm trying to say for a minute, so I'm going to not read any more questions for a second. Whatnot is still a small, growing platform. Whatnot has only been around for 5 years or whatever. Whatnot is also a social media live selling platform. There are a lot of things that go into this. This is not going to be like other platforms where you can post something and stagnate at the price that you want to get for it and wait for it to sell. Can you do that here? Yes, 100%. Are you going to have are you going to be able to do the same thing if you're looking to sell a lot in auctions? No, you cannot. So you have to, I do not recommend starting everything at $1 if that's not what you can afford to make on that, right? I do not recommend starting everything at $1 just because you think that you have to. No, if you have to make a certain amount, start at a certain amount. Cherrybound Vintage, one of my favorite people, starts everything at $6. Before, I don't know, I'm going to move mine and starting everything at $2 because I just can't afford to make 30 cents anymore. Like I do not think, so when you price your things, if you want a certain amount for those bathing suits or whatever you're selling, then price them for what you want and wait until you get it. There are people on here, some people that I watch all the time that price their things for what they want for them, what they need for them. A piece of glass for $47, Fenton, $220. They price things for what they need for it. There is different ways to price here. There's different ways to run your platform here. You just have to know what your goal is out of it. So if my goal is to liquidate, if my goal is to sell as much as I can and as quickly as I can, then I'm going to have to sell things at $2. But there's a $400 set of Stife Bears that I've had in my Buy It Now that I refuse to start at $1 because I know I could go on another platform and sell them for $6.50. So you have to do what works best for you. Also, the way I purchase things is different than most. So I purchase entire houses. So if I purchase an entire house with 20,000 items for $10,000 and I sell everything for $1, I'm still making $10,000. That's a very general way of saying it. Don't quote me with the you're only making 38 cents, blah, blah. Obviously, I'm saying that generally, right? But if you are sourcing specifically for a show, you are sourcing at Goodwill bins, estate sales, garage sales, and you're paying more money for things, then charge the amount of money that you need to get for them. It's strategically pricing. There are times where I'll price things higher, times where I'll price things lower, and times where I'll start lower. But you have to do what's best for you and not feel the pressure to do what we're doing. Harry Tornado was talking about it yesterday. Okay, everyone getting this gift card giveaway. Who's this from? Harry Tornado was talking about it yesterday because they're like with their soap, they don't start their soap at $1. Why would they? They need to get a certain dollar amount out of their soap. So you do not need to feel like you need to run everything at $1 to be successful. This one is from Crystal. Crystal and I are already friends. Crystal with a K. Next show is tomorrow at 11. Everyone go bookmark Crystal and go follow Crystal and get in this gift card giveaway. I am bundled something without generating a new label, so the customer thinks everything shouldn't be delivered because that's what it says. How did you ship it without creating a new label? Why did you unbundle it? Thank you so much, Hot Mess. Let's do another flash sale. Wanna? How about almond? All proceeds of the candy bars go to my son's girlfriend's dance troupe. Greatly appreciate you. We'll do a quick little flash sale. Tips for a comeback after canceling a show. We got sick. Just do it. It won't take as long. You just printed another label. So you can't so you paid to unbundle that, and by shipping it with the same label, that could not get to the person. Because it created a whole new tracking by splitting it. So you should have shipped something with 2 different labels. How do you handle your shipments arriving broken? They go through Whatnot for that. Thank you for your purchases of the candy bars. I appreciate you. I'm going to go back and pin my YouTube. We've been back for a week, only made about 10. I would say not long if you're consistent. I have a video on how to unbundle on my YouTube that you can go watch. It'll show you how to unbundle items. I do not unbundle anything ever. Very seldom do I unbundle things, and it's usually if I have to. But I would never suggest unbundling anything. Make the box bigger. I have a video on how to make the box bigger too. So like if you why can I ask why you unbundle everything? Do you switch show format pricing some days of the week? Yes. I do not change pricing often, but I do change the format. Like today is a buy it now show. Tomorrow will be an auction show. Is there a mix of glass and metal? I don't know what that. Everyone go follow Crystal. Can you give an overview on how show categories work? For instance, if you want to sell random stuff, I would run, if you're going to sell more than just, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate you. Thank you, Red Rooster. If you are going to sell multiple items, I would suggest running under an estate sale or a storage unit category or garage sale category. If you're going to sell mainly, like everything I sell isn't vintage decor on a vintage decor day, but it's 90% vintage decor. So I want to get in the vintage decor category. If you're going to sell, but on like a day where I'm going to just randomly walk around here and pick stuff off the shelf, I'll run through estate sale category or garage sale category because it's going to be all different types. So I would usually, if you're going to sell a lot of different stuff, run under one of those categories. Have you ever did a build your own vignette show? Yes. And it was terrible. I hate it. I'm not good at that stuff. I do not have a artistic mind at all. I have a mathematical brain and I don't understand how to decorate or make things look nice. And I hate how slow those are because I hate the choice shows. I do choice shows sometimes. I know I would make more money if I did them. I get bored. I have been to them though. I like them. I think they're fun. I don't like to host them. I recently unbundled 15 fragile items, all various sizes and weights, because I didn't want to risk the damage. And you didn't have to pay any adjustments. That's because you sold it correctly. Good job. Thank you so much for your tip, Chardonnay. I appreciate you. Everyone go follow Crystal. Curated always works. And that's good. My curated shows fail every time. My random pull shows are more successful. My curated shows I do terrible with. I struggle with my thumbnail pictures. Is it better to use pics of inventory? I do not think using pics of inventory is good. And I have said this before, and it is because as soon as you sell something, now it could get people in your room, but so like next week, I have a show that's smalls. Let's say at the beginning of the show, I have all of those things. Mini hens on nests, marbles. Within 5 minutes, I have sold everything in that picture. And for the next hour of my show, I will have 100 people come in and say, can you run that mini hen on nest? Do you have the mini hen on nest that's in your picture? Are those marbles in your picture? Do you have that marble in your picture? No, I don't. I didn't have it 5 minutes after that show. So what I have started doing is I'll take that picture to promote the show, and then the day of the show, I'll change it to a picture of my face. If you log in, this is all you're getting. You might get some other good stuff, but you're not getting what's in the picture unless you're there the minute it starts, because that drives me nuts. There's another giveaway. Mary Tom. Thank you so much, Mary Tom. So that's just my personal opinion. You do whatever you want. All of this is just my personal opinion. You never have to. Here's the other thing. Mary Tom, thank you so much for being here. Today at 4:00 is your next show. I just bookmarked it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If I make a box bigger than 12 by 12, it charges more. Then you didn't sell it correctly. Then you didn't sell the item with the correct dimensions or weight. So you can create, if you go to my YouTube, I freaking hate shipping questions. I don't hate shipping questions. I just hate repeating myself every single time. And that's not a ding on you. That's a ding on, not on Whatnot, on, it's just frustrating. Ghosts are printing something back there. Okay. Did you hear that? It's kind of on Whatnot. Exactly. I was going to say it, but I didn't want to say it. Did you hear that? Everyone heard that, right? Okay. It's printing fake IDs. You can do a couple different things, and I have multiple videos on YouTube about it. You can create a custom shipping profile. You can sell things at a different weight. So I have a video that shows you if someone purchases 437 ounces, how you can mess with the box size and make it bigger because they paid for a certain amount of box size. So like 467 ounces can go in an 18 by 16 by 14 without charging you any different. Or you can create a custom shipping profile. If the item is going to be 24 by 7 by 13, you create the custom shipping profile and it will charge the correct shipping. I have both of those videos on YouTube to explain to you how those are done. And all of my videos I make on shipping are less than 5 minutes. It shouldn't take you long to watch, and you can rewatch me explain it over and over and over again. And I also have, I show you how to actually do it. Those videos save my life. I appreciate you. So I actually show you how to do it on there. You're welcome, Amy. And then, like I said earlier, if you go watch those videos and you still don't understand, or there's something I didn't address, please come back here and I will try to show you while we're talking. Country Picker, thank you so much for your tip. And today, my therapy Thursday shows are hard, but I have been opening up the chat more during my regular shows just to keep the chat moving. So if you pop in to a regular selling show and there's only 100 people in here and I'm selling something, you can say, hey, can I ask a question about shipping? And I will either say, I really don't have time today, or I'll say, of course, please, thank you. Ask me a question, because no one in the chat is talking. But usually I will say yes. Some days I'm just focused on selling, but some days I can do both. They're all on my YouTube, and my YouTube is 90% Whatnot how-tos as you scroll through. Pricing, if you are a new seller and you've got $20 in your item, should you tack on another 15%? If you need, you should sell it for whatever you need to make on it. Yeah, so if you need to make $20, then add the 15% for the fee. Add 20%, because the fees are 18%, depending on how much you sell it for. Everyone go follow Mary Tom. I hope all of your questions are being answered. I'm doing my best. I always do my best. Thank you for your tips and your bids in business. I do suggest following anybody else that does shows like this. They are very helpful. and anyone that has been doing this a long time. I think that, thank you. I think that so all of us have different ways of doing things. All of us have different, but we're all here to help. One, two, we're all here. The better you do, the better I do. So Whatnot is a great community for a couple different reasons. One, because I want you to be successful so I can be successful. If you bring more people to the platform, they have a chance of finding me and liking me and spending more money with me. So, but if you mess up, and it's the person's first time on Whatnot and they buy something from you and you screw up the shipping or it breaks or whatever, they could get a whole bad taste in their mouth for Whatnot as a whole and then never come back. And then that hurts me because you are scaring people off this platform. So we are all here to help grow and build this platform, and thank you. And so that's what we're trying to do. So I do suggest going and following if you look up the title of this show, there's a lot of people doing shows with this topic this month. Go follow them and watch them and learn from them. So helpful compared to other ones. Thank you. I appreciate you. I tried to be helpful. Can you promote your local business within your Whatnot show? I'd walk on eggshells there. I wouldn't, just because you're encouraging people to buy things because people in your hometown can buy, but I mean, it's not an online thing, but number one tip thank you so much, Mary Tom. Number one tip for new sellers is to be consistent. Be consistent and try to, this one's from Lasered and Layered. I love your name. I just followed you. You have 8,000 followers. Hey, y'all. The Willy Wonka of Whatnot. I freaking love it. Oh my God. I just bookmarked all of your upcoming shows today at 8:30. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hang out with you. I don't have any in there yet more. I might add a couple in a minute. I really do need to do some actual work today. They sell amazing fudge. So my other big tip is to be in chats like this or be in any kind of chat and make friends. You're actually the reason I do not sell on Whatnot. Steve, you made my face itch. Shipping chat shows coming back on Fridays. Let's go, Living Bliss. Thank you so much. So thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. Thank you for finding me helpful. I try my best. Steve's talking crap. Ever go follow Steve's Bit of Everything too. You saw my IG post? I'm going to make a video today explaining things. Whatnot stole your day. They did. So social media selling is different than any kind of selling. You can have the best stuff in the world at a great price and people could still not buy it from you if you're a shitty person, if you're not entertaining, if you are mean, if you have bad shipping. Like there's so much that goes into this, right? So when you're first starting out, you really want to make sure that you're prepared, that you are positive, that you are doing things. Don't yell at the chat. Also read the chat. I do. Thank you for your tip, Dealmaster. I appreciate you. Do your best to read the chat. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay. So there's 400 people in here and I miss some things in the chat. Sometimes I don't read the chat. Sometimes I purposely read the chat and don't say it out loud. You're very good at reading the chat. Thank you. I try really hard. I'm stalking. But it's very frustrating to me if I go into a room and there's 5 people in the room and I say something and it sits there and it sits there and it sits there and it sits there for like 5 minutes and they don't read it. It's not like it went too fast where you missed it. It's still there. Why haven't you? You have to make an attempt. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. One of my biggest, it's not easy. You do it on purpose to me, you would. It's not easy to read the chat all the time, but you have to make an attempt. And if you miss something, it's okay, but you can't be that bad at it. You have to interact with your audience so they stay. Exactly. Good morning. Val, I love your Instagram, by the way. It's probably one of my favorite Instagrams right now. Not sure if you already colored what to put in your auction versus your buy it now. I suggest in your buy it now that you have things ranging from $1 to $500. You have, thank you. You have small things, big things. You have things in all different categories. If you're selling like estate sale, I have dirty calendars in there. I have stickers. I have candy bars. You have a little bit of everything. I suggest having multiple price items and all over the map. The first show, but definitely learned. Exactly. It's the longer you're trying, and people can tell the difference, right? People can tell the difference. I can tell the difference with if you're trying and it's just going too fast, or you're doing something and you just looked away for a minute, or if you're just blatantly not watching. Like, I watched a show the other day, and she was selling to you up here, so she was showing you, and then like once every 10 minutes she would look over here and try to read something. But mind you, the chat had been going for 10 minutes while she was just showing and talking about something, not even not even attempting. You have to engage, you have to try to attempt, you have to do both. It's hard, it's freaking hard, but you can't like forget that. Like, it was almost like she swiped out of it. Mods are miracles. She was almost like she swiped out of it completely, so the chat never showed. She was like, I don't care what you're saying, I'm not watching you. It is overwhelming at times. Why do people say we got a raid and we're going to put chickens in the chat? Because I don't know how that even started, as far as people like having like a thing that goes with them. Like, mine is eggplants. Thank you, Rose Girl. It's like a signature. Exactly. So everyone had like we all like picked little emojis. Someday we just woke up and decided, hey, we're just going to pick this little emoji that goes with our character. Yeah. Aliens. So it started with like mushrooms. And so then because when I take my people into another room, and you guys start putting eggplants in the chat, the host will say, oh my God, it must be a Hodge raid. Hodge must be here. They like know that they associate eggplants with Hodge. And it's just a good way to brand yourself and a good way to market yourself. So just pick something. We have another gifted chat. This is from Taylor's Treasures and Auctions. Taylor's and Treasures and Auctions. You and I are already friends. Wesley Taylor's. Everyone getting this gift card giveaway. Thank you so much. I'll do a couple more. Great. I really have a lot of work to do today, and now I have stuff to pack, but it's okay. I'm glad I have stuff to pack. I needed to sell something today because Amy, because I'm not going to have anything in here. Okay, let me enter these. It's already freaking 10 o'clock though. I really have a lot of work to. Hey, Cherry, where's your mom? Look at how empty it is over here. Are you proud of me? You guys are gonna be so excited when you look at my YouTube later. I got 5 on it. Okay, while I'm editing my YouTube, what would you like me to Amy, you missed it. What would you like me to talk about today specifically? I'm going to edit a YouTube video and I will answer all questions that you can think of right now. I got you, Amy. So what specifically would you like me to address? Okay, pricing. I have 85 videos on shipping on my YouTube already. Go watch them. They're helpful. I haven't seen a lot of shadow banning. Is music in the background. I think it's very distracting, but that's distracting to me. How can we relax? You know, I used to teach women in leadership classes, and they always made me teach about work-home life balance. And they told me, how many did I put in there? Oh my God. I put way too many in there. I meant to put 3. How many did I put in there? 30? Jesus. I meant to put 3. 14? Okay. I did. I removed it. Lord help me. That's okay. I'm not going to work today. It's fine. I meant to put a 4. I must have put 14. So some people, I block very few people, but I have blocked people, yes. I blocked someone the other day because not only did they lie, and try to get me in trouble and try to report me for things that I didn't do, they talked shit to my friends in the chat. I should have everything is fine tattooed on my forehead too. So I think, where do you store your product? Hi, my name's Christine. I have a full store full of stuff: antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. Currently, I store my product in my store. I also have a trailer out front and a tractor trailer out back full of stuff and a shed full of stuff. What if someone leaves bad feedback without contacting you? Let them. I have a different type of opinion when it comes to feedback, when it comes to reviews at the beginning, and I did at the beginning. When I first started, I read every single review and I cried. I would sit at home and cry every time I got a bad review. I would reach out to the person. I would ask them why, what happened, what is wrong, and then I had to change my mindset, because it will kill you, especially if you look into your analytics and you see the people that leave bad reviews that don't say anything to you, that don't leave a comment or don't whatever, or that report you or put in claims against you when you don't know that they're putting claims against you, and then continue to buy from you, and then continue to pretend that they like you and that they are supporting you, when all along they are reporting you to whatnot and saying that things are breaking and that you're really bad at your job. We can see that. So anyway, I stopped reading those, and I have changed my mindset to the mindset that I used to have at Lowe's. So I was a store manager for Lowe's for 15 years, and I had on my wall, sales cure all. You need more payroll, sell more. You need more reviews, sell more. You need more inventory, sell more. You need more money, sell more. Sales cure all. So my response to bad reviews is to do another show and sell 100 more things so that I have 100 chances to get better reviews. Sell more. You're on the Truman Show. Exactly. So you have to, now, if the review is legit, if they leave you a review and it's like, hey, this person shipped me this beautiful vase in a box with no bubble wrap and it's smashed everywhere, then that you should internalize that. But some people just want to bitch. Oh, I want a giveaway and it was only $5. Cheap bitch. Well, then that's on you. Like, I think, and also people can see that. Let's do the next giveaway. I got to keep going. People can see that and make their own decisions. So like, let's say I go to Cherry Bomb's feedback. I'm like, oh, Cherry Bomb has a 4.9, which she doesn't. She has a 5.0. Primitive Picker, thank you so much for your raid. Everyone go follow Primitive Picker and Chardonnay. Chardonnay, thank you so much for your gifted chat. Let me follow you. Everyone go follow Chardonnay. All right. So let's say I want to go see Cherry Bomb's feedback. And I look, and the first one I see is a bad one. And it says, I got it, and it looked like the box was ran over. The item was still in good shape, but I can't believe that the box came looking like that. 2.5. I can read that and go, that buyer's an asshole. That the box being run over had nothing to do with Cherry Bomb. You still got your item in perfect shape and nothing was wrong with it, but you left her a bad review. Like that, most people can discern if it's discern. Most people can still, if they want to do the research and look in, can see if reviews are legit or not. So don't discern. Thank you. So don't get too caught up with a bad review. Sell more. I'm adorable. Thank you. I appreciate you. I sold an unbreakable item that was marked as damaged, which was 100% impossible. Yeah. And that's always going to happen too. You're always going to have bad eggs. And that happens on every platform. I feel like I see a lot of people that are like, Whatnot's full. Thank you, Daisy Lane. Whatnot's full of scammers, but every platform is full of scammers. The minute I post anything to Facebook or eBay, I don't sell on either of those platforms anymore. But the minute I post anything, I get 17 scammers. Send me your phone number, and I will send you a text this number and I'll send you a link. No, every single time. There are scammers on every platform, right? So you're always going to get people who suck. You're always going to get bad people. You're going to have people who lie. Thank you, House of Daisy. You're going to have people who try to scam you. You're going to have people who talk shit. You're going to get people who report you for things. And that's why I said, don't go into the rabbit hole of going into your analytics and seeing people who say, thank you. I appreciate you. And say that they are, and see the things that they say about you is just going to hurt your feelings. It's not worth it. Focus on the positive. Focus on the amount of wonderful people who are in here right now telling me I'm awesome. And let other people scam the system, let karma get them, and eventually they'll get theirs. Facebook, because you get scam messages. Exactly. That's why I don't sell on Facebook. Why aren't analytics showing in their usual spot? They change it all the time. I don't know. After when they did the update on the 12th or whatever, everything is different and I can't find anything anymore. I have 3 reviews and only see 2. That means that someone left your review without leaving a comment. Thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you. If they leave a review without a comment, it doesn't show up in your reviews. Same scammer sellers. I will catch up. Exactly. It'll catch up to them. And that's hard. That is hard. Can I tell you, I had like a personal problem the last couple days with some people on this app, and it hurts and then I'm just reminded instantly by my friends to ignore it and to stop and to focus on myself, because eventually everything will catch up and everything will be right. So just keep being this is me talking to myself. Just keep being who you are, keep doing what you're doing. Everything's going to be fine, and the other people will eventually get theirs. How do you share a live video to Facebook while live? You can multicast. So if you multicast to your shows when you set up, you know what? I'll make a video on how to do that, how to set it up. Multicast. Because when you go to start your show, thank you, Griff. I love you. When you go to start your show, it'll say stream to, let me see if I can do it without messing up. I don't think I can, right? If I hit start show, it's going to end this one, right? I don't know. When you go to start your show, it's going to say stream to whatever. You can multicast to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch right from here. And then you can also set up other forms. If you go watch DArchivist shows you how to multicast to other places. Can you please remind people not to email their shows to your one? Yeah, don't spam people. Don't send your shows in chats. Don't send your shows in emails. We will never go to shows that you do that. Do you feel a show needs to be rescheduled and have bookmarks to be successful? No. I don't think bookmarks are a real thing. It does make me feel better though sometimes. But I've had shows, I tested this last year. This is why I say that. I tested a show last year. I pushed out a Christmas show. There's a bird in here. I pushed out a Christmas show for months so I could get 784 bookmarks on it. And when I ran it, I had the same amount of people that I do every day. I had like 100 something people. It didn't affect my show at all. Another one from Trash Island. Everyone go follow Trash Island. Thank you so much. Someone got unmonetized from Facebook because they were streaming one on Facebook. I'm not monetized on Facebook, so I don't stream to my Facebook because it's personal, but my partner's live shows are increasing in sales and followers, bots coming in. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of bots. Sometimes when you do giveaways, you get bots. I have seen an influx in trolls. Thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. I've been on for an hour and a half, but it's okay. This is good. This is a helpful thing. Tax-free number for resellers to buy stuff at thrift shops. What about it? Thoughts on buyers requesting to cancel? You do not have to accept a cancellation ever. No, giveaways aren't necessary, but I think that they're helpful. You don't have to accept a cancellation ever. I did not accept a cancellation the other day. Usually, depending on what it is or what the request for cancellation is, I will. Like, if I, but I get a lot of, like, my son's brother's sister's girlfriend's cat walked on my phone and bought this, blah, blah, whatever. But sometimes it's a lie or a scam or whatever. And you do not have to, a bid on an auction is a binding contract. You do not have to accept a cancellation ever. They lied. They put in a request cancellation saying and the request said your mod was mean. And then they put in a thing in trust and safety saying I was selling fakes and that's why they want to cancel. So they lied. So I denied that cancellation. You can't put in that you're wanting to request because I'm mean and then BBC, look up BBC and see why it's muted. I missed a lot during that little thing. I apologize. Don't look it up. Look it up. Google it. And then come back. Look how red my face is. Do you recommend using a computer, phone, and tablet? I use my iPad to run the show because it's bigger and I can see better. I use my phone to run the items. And then I did get your candy. It's wonderful. I ate all of it. Thank you so much. I ate all of it. It was in my last YouTube video, I think. I opened it live. It took me like 2 weeks to actually edit the YouTube video and post it, but I did and I ate it all. Thank you so much. I am closing my shop. I'm going to make an Instagram video today about why I'm closing my shop. It's not even why, but because, hold on, we're going to take another selfie. Everybody smile. It is, oh, Emma, love you more. Not possible, baby girl. I'm going to make an Instagram video about it today explaining why I'm closing my shop. I'm selling my shop. It is fiscally irresponsible for me to keep this location. I do not need the overhead. This is my dream, but my dream has changed. My dream has evolved. I don't need it. I love it. I'm going to be a stress ball and I'm going to cry a lot over the next month. No, I'm going to do it from home. I opened this. This was my dream. Hi, my name's Christine. I have a full store full of stuff. Antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. I was a Lowe's store manager for 15 years. I worked my life away. I worked 70, 80 hours a week. I never saw my children. I was single. I've been a single mom for 17 years. 15 years technically. I never had anything, right? All I wanted to do a thrift store. So when I left my corporate job, I opened the store. I opened the store in 2021. And about a year in, I realized this wasn't going to cut it. I went from making hundreds of thousands of dollars to making no money. And I couldn't live. And so I started to look into different things and thought about going back to retail or corporate. And then I found Whatnot. Actually, the woman that introduced me to Whatnot, I'm pretty sure wasn't a real person. She was an angel from Tennessee who I'd never met. And she came in here and she told me about it. And I've never heard from her again. Never seen her again. She introduced me to this. I started this and I closed my store in January of 2024. So I've been closed to the public for a year and a half only doing this. So I've been holding on to this building because for some reason it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. Thank you for your tip. I love you. Thank you, Christy. I have very low value or worth or whatever. And I felt like having this proved a point to people that I was successful. And I've been working on that in this last year or two, that I don't need this to feel that way. And my accountant said, Christine, thank you, Faith. She said two things. She said, one, you wanted to get out of retail so that you could have a better work-home life balance. And then you pigeonholed yourself into a 9-to-5 with opening a store. She goes, and two, it is fiscally irresponsible for you to have that building. It is a beautiful, here, I took a video this morning because I'm going to make an Instagram video, but it is a beautiful building on 5 acres of land on a very busy highway. And it's everything I've ever wanted, but I don't need it. Right. So I'm selling it. And I put it up for sale a year and a half ago when I closed the store in January of 2024. I put this up for sale. And then I sat here. I'm going to get the sign down. I put the sign up. I can get the sign. I'll put the sign down. Me and Benjamin did it. When I started this personal today, one of your yeah, okay. I put the store for sale. And then when it didn't sell for like 6 months, I was like, oh, I'm good. It's not going to sell. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and not worry about it. And then 2 months ago, I had someone come look at it and it's been a whirlwind ever since. And yesterday, 2 days ago, my realtor came with a thing of muffins and a Xanax and said, hey, Christine, we're selling the building. You're closing in 28 days. And I had a panic attack and went home and cried and went to bed because that's smart. And didn't do anything for the next couple hours. And yesterday I worked on cleaning. I know it doesn't look like it, but I swear there's a lot of progress. I had a Xanax. I'm going to make a YouTube video about it. But so it's a change, but it's a positive. I'm trying to focus on the positive part of it. I don't need this. It will be stress relief, right? Thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Cottage Girl. I mean, you guys know all the things that have been going on here with my septic tank overflowing and my water heater blowing and the friggin' fisher, the animals, the everything else that's going on. It'll be better. It'll be better. Anyway, we're gonna get off that topic right now. But I'm gonna make a YouTube because I posted yesterday about the sale. I'm having a 1-day like blowout sale. I posted yesterday about it, and I had got so many questions and comments and concerns like, oh my God, what do you mean you're closing, blah, blah, blah. But you know what that proves to me? Oh my gosh, Livingston, I'm so sorry. Livingston Budget Mama, let me follow you. Let me love on you for a minute. Livingston, Nicole, when's your next show? Today. Ooh, today at 11:24. I can't stay on that long. I was going to say I'll raid you, but I can't stay on that long. Let's see who else is in your train this morning. Maybe I'll raid into your train. Who's on Livingston Budget Mama? Let me know who's in your train, and I'll try to go follow Livingston Budget Mama. She's a show, not long. I don't remember what I was saying. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything. So I'm still gonna be doing this. Oh, the amount of local people who have reached out to me and said, "Where's your store?" or like family and local people who have said, "Oh my God, you're closing. Why?" I have been very open with the fact I have been closed a year and a half. I've been closed a year and a half. That's why I'm closing. I'm closing because I've been closed a year and a half and none of you have noticed. I'm closing because I have not been physically open for a year and a half, and my family and local people who drive by me every single day have not noticed that I haven't been open. Have you ever been here? Have you supported me at all? That is why I'm closing. But I'm not going to say that to those people. To those people, I'm going to go, yes, I'm closing. Come to my sale on the 31st. Been closing a year and a half. We've talked about this a lot. We've talked about a lot. Yeah, I do want you to tell them, Caitlin. We've talked about a lot support systems and where we find our support systems. And I am not even remotely exaggerating when I say that this app, good morning, Ho, this app, you people, my friends that I've met on here, the people that I've met on here have saved my life, saved my career, saved my dreams, and have been the biggest support system. I have family, friends that didn't even know I have been closed for a year and a half. I have family, friends who live walking distance of here who haven't ever been here. And then I have people on this app like Miss Ho to the Mo who drives 3 hours to be here twice a month. That is why I'm closing. Everyone, please go follow Livingston Budget Mama. I can't wait to watch you today. I will watch you today. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm doing another one. Anyway, I'm supposed to stay on topic. 1 day a month, I told you. Should we get a tax-free number if we buy at a thrift store? I don't, because I'm not good at keeping track of it. If you are responsible and you can talk to your accountant, you should. I love you. Thank you for being here. Eden Botanicals. Ooh, what a pretty name. And you know what I love? Can I tell you what I love about your name? I'm bookmarking all of your shows. You have a show at 5:30. I love that it's all lowercase like mine. I love that. I love names that are just like one word, all lowercase. It just does something with my brain. I don't know. For some reason, it's easier for me to read when it's all just like that. Everyone go follow Eden Botanicals. I messaged the seller already, but not sure if there's anything I can do. I received my package, but tracking isn't showing it's been delivered. So it will automatically mark as delivered after a little bit, but I think you can message Whatnot and tell them you delivered it. And that's actually very nice of you to take the time to do that, because then they can get paid for it. Because sometimes that never shows, or it takes a while, and that's stressful. As a new seller, where do you find raid trains? You can go to CG Boomerang. You can go to CG Boomerang, Cassandra, Jen Jig, the Sassy Vintage Chick, Cherry Bomb Vintage. Those are some people I know that put on new trains. I know I was gonna say something. I was gonna address the mom. You do. I was gonna address that it was your mom. And I was going to say, actually, the person that drives to see me 3 hours a day lives with her elderly parents with dementia and takes care of them and drives to see her daughter every single day. But that was like personal information I didn't want to throw out. So she's just the loving person. But yes, you're right. There could be people on here that talk to me and tip me and are here for me and don't talk to their own family, for sure. I'm sure my family does it. I'm sure some of these very people that didn't know I've been closed for a year and a half and never came to my store the 2 years I was open probably have internet friends that they freaking whatever. It is a weird thing. As a new seller, does a day? No. My opinion on doing a show is do it when you want to, when you feel good, when you have energy, and when you feel like it. How do I price competitive when there's a lot of people in the room? It is up to you. I would price things the way you need them to be priced. I think that it's hard. Okay, so when we talked about pricing strategy, if you are going to buy things for a certain dollar amount and you need to make a certain dollar amount, price it for that dollar amount. If you can afford to run things at $1, $2, $5, $6, $10, then run it at that. You should be conscious. It is not. So the one comment that always kills me that I've seen multiple times is that this is an MLM. This is not an MLM. You can make as much as you want or not make as much as you want. It's a social media selling platform. It's not for everybody. But it is for everybody, right? So, and it also, you can go and sell on stagnant platforms. I am terrible on stagnant platforms because I don't take good pictures. I don't write good descriptions. I don't know how to price things. Yay. I'm so glad, Trash Island. But you can price things however you want to price them. Because I purchase things in bulk, or I purchase things as like an entire house. So if I buy an entire house and it has 20,000 items in it and I pay $10,000 for the house, if I sell everything for $1, I'm still going to make $10,000. So if you are buying things at a marketing level, yeah, MLM, Google it. You know, like Lululemon or LuLaRoe and all those things. Multi-level marketing. Jeez, my brain did not work there. Thank you. Right. I do not make money off of recruiting. And yeah, if you come sell my things live, I'll sell you some once you have a good follow. Right. You're coming to New York for a wedding on the 30th? I won't be there. I'll be here on the 31st. 31st, I'll be here. That's the day of my sale. Can you drop that you're doing a show, or should you schedule shows? Yes, I suggest scheduling 50 shows. If you look at my shows right now, I have 100 shows scheduled that you can go bookmark. I have I have a clothing show, I have a miniature show, I have a glass show, I have a talk show. I have all of these different shows you can go and bookmark. You can always change them. You can always move them. You can do whatever. Look at it, just keeps going. You should always have a whole bunch of shows scheduled, and you can always bookmark and change them, especially if you're going to do something like a gifted chat. That way you can make sure to get a shout out. It's the 31st in person at my shop. Yes. Thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you. I try to do my best. Okay. Create quality listing. How many more of these did I put in? Gosh darn it. There's no penalties if you change, just if you cancel. I got to email Steve and tell him I don't have any packages for him yet, because I'm just sitting here talking to my friends. Sorry, Steve. Amy Perrin, she got one. All right, everyone go follow Amy Perrin. Sorry, Cherry Bomb. Everyone go follow Cherry Bomb Vintage. How do you put all the inventory at once into the show? I run things. Hi, Tony. I run things. Hold on, let me text Steve. I run items. Please hold and I'll answer your question. I gotta text my postman. Hey, Steve. There we go. Good morning. I don't have anything ready today. I will tomorrow. So sorry. Have a good day. Text my postman and tell him I don't have anything. And then I have to text. Yes. I have to text and see if someone can pick up Emma. Good morning. Can you get Emma today? Okay. Everyone go follow Amy Perrin. Amy Perrin, I love you. Let me go look at Amy. Thank you, Chris. See you tomorrow. Amy is at 14.7 followers. Hell yeah. Amy, when's your next show? Today at 7:15. Everyone go follow Amy Perrin. She's almost at 15,000. That's amazing. Everyone go follow Amy. Thank you for being here. I love you. You're awesome. My postman does like me, thank goodness. Everyone go follow Amy. All right, let's do another. Here, let's do a dark chocolate raspberry flash sale. And I saw that I had an offer in there. No, I'm here till 3:15. I will ask Brittany. I can ask Brittany. Flash sale is running right now. Everyone getting this gift card giveaway from Amy. What is the shortest show you've ever run and why? I have done 10-minute. I've done 5-minute trains. I've done 5-minute trains. I've done 10-minute trains. I have also ended shows. I had an emergency one time. I think I was doing a show. It was like 5-10 minutes and the water heater blew and it started smoking and I thought it was a fire and I had to call 911. Oh, that one time I was doing a show and then I started smelling gas and I had to call National Grid and the fire department. I've done multiple shows and had to cancel. Thank you, Amy. You're the best. Cancel randomly throughout them, but I have done 5-minute and 10-minute raid trains. Thank you for your purchase of all the candy bars. Just giving myself some stuff to pack today. How about we do another flash sale on the Mackenzie Child soap? It's amazing. Brittany will get her. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Aunt Brittany's going to get you. Thank you. Aunt Brittany is picking you up today. Aunt Brittany. All right. Flash sale on the Mackenzie Child soap is running right now. It smells so good. You should go on as often as you want. I always do priority. You should go on as often as you can and as often as you want. I try to go on every single day, at least Monday through Friday. I think that you should go on. And also I do short shows like that. You should do as long shows as you can too, but you should, and as much as you can pack. Don't sell more than you can pack, but you should do as many sales as possible. I think that's the best way of getting more people. So I used to do, yes, I weigh all of my items. I used to do shows in the morning. I used to do shows on Tuesdays, especially. I would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning and I'd run till 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. That way I could get morning people, people on lunch, people after work, people from the East Coast, West Coast. I get people all day. I'm running chocolate bars right now. How do you do advanced with whatnot, them adding levels and wings, etc.? You have to earn it. To earn the Premier Shop, you have to do $50,000 within 3 months. You have to have a above 98% positive completion, above 95% on-time shipping. You have to have no trust and safety warnings. You have to have, there's a whole bunch of stipulations to get it. You ran a 24. I did run on a 24-hour show once. I've done it multiple times, actually. I did a 22-hour show for my 22,000 celebration. I took them out because I have to get off, but I will do more tomorrow and next Thursday. Bookmark my next Thursday show. I do this every Thursday, Therapy Thursday. So why did my wife get it? She has sold less than 1,000 and had the coupon system. She's Premier Shop. She has the wings. How do you get people to leave a review? That's a hard one. I don't leave reviews, but that's just because I don't open my things for like 4 to 6 months. And then I try to remember and go back and leave reviews. You can put a little note in there. Deal Master Flex. Thank you so much for being here. Let me follow you. Everyone go follow Deal Master Flex. When's your next show? 5/23. Yes, Premier Shop is the wings in the profile. Why was sent back a letter-sized envelope saying package due $4.78 after I paid $1.49? Was it too thick? Dealmaster Kim. What did I say? Dealmaster Flex? Sorry. Dealmaster Kim. Is Dealmaster Flex a real person? It was you. Oh. Way to mess up. Cherry Bomb. Way to go. Everyone unfollow Cherry Bomb. Just kidding. That's the first time you've messed up ever, I'm pretty sure. That's impressive. Please do. Everyone go follow Dealmaster Kim. Thank you for the tip. Time is money. Facts. Appreciate you. Everything on my order says pending review until I do a review and it says completed. It is a must. I don't want to mess sellers' ratings up. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sellers very much appreciate reviews. I am just lazy and I don't open my packages for 6 months, and so I forget. How do you know the shipping ahead of time to sell the item? I mean, I know you weigh it, but what about packaging? I add weight per packaging. So like if this weighs 15 ounces, I know after some bubble wrap in a box, it's going to weigh 1.5 pounds. I think you just get used to it after, and you know how to guesstimate, but also I know the sizes. So like a regular small priority box weighs 6 ounces, a medium weighs 9 ounces, a large weighs 12 ounces. So like you can pre-weigh a box and know what size box it has to go into, and then you just add it to the weight of the item. As you run a show, it'll get better. Exactly. It gets easier. It's hard at first. Thank you, Mom and I Flip. I love you. But as you continue to do it, you will get better at it. How long did it take you to get the amount of people in your show? I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Hi. I've said this so many times today. My name is Christine. I have a full store full of stuff. Antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. I have been on this app for 2.5 years. My first show, I sold nothing. My second show, I sold nothing. My third show, I sold nothing. My fourth show, I sold $44. My fifth show, I sold nothing. I didn't sell over $200 until my 12th show. It took me about 6 months to get a few thousand followers. It takes time, consistency, effort. And I have built a cult. Exactly. I have built a cult. Also, 90% of the people in my rooms generally are just here to hang out with me and talk to me and love on me, which I love you for. You never have to buy anything from me. But it does take time. I do also suggest I do a show almost every single day. I do it in multiple different categories. I am also in shows all day, every day. When I first started Whatnot, especially my first 6 months, I spent that 6 months in chats like this. I spent my 6 months in every single, thank you so much for promoting my show. I appreciate you. Thank you for your tip. I love you. In people's shows, talking, making friends, buying things. My first year on Whatnot, I spent, I think, like $38,000 or something crazy. I resold everything, but I bought a lot. It takes time to build. Hi, the happiest spot. It takes time to build a community. It is like with any other social media platform. So you think about your favorite YouTuber, your favorite Instagrammer, your favorite TikToker. 1% of those people found overnight success. 99% of those people did it for years before they grew the platform that they had, before they got the following that they had. So it takes time, it takes effort, and you're going to get what you put into it too. So you can't compare yourself to people do this for a full-time living. This is my full-time job. This is all I do. I spend 50, 60 hours a week just selling and packing, not including the other 20 hours a week I spend on here just talking, right? So if this is just your part-time gig, your side hustle, you're a stay-at-home mom, you want to make some extra cash, whatever it is, that is the type of return you're going to get on your investment. You can't compare yourself to people who do this as a full-time job. I can't go in. God damn, I keep hearing things. You can't go into a job and be instantly amazing at it and be instantly know everything about the computer systems, about the shipping, about everything. Everything has to learn. So you're going to get out what you put in. Yeah, I mean, I do everything myself too. I package. I'm a one-woman show. I source, I clean, I pack, I sell, I pack. Comparison is a thief of joy. I do everything by myself, and I do have a 1-day shipping average. I also don't sleep, and I don't enjoy life. Just fucking throw that out there. And I also have zero chill. So it's very hard. And that's why I say don't sell more than you can pack, because it is very hard to keep up with that. ADHD is fun. It's a thing. Christina, you won that from Dealmaster Kim. Dealmaster Kim, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let me run another. I think I'm done with the gifted chats. I would like to run a flag. Let's run a little Whatnot swag. Oh, I got another one? Gosh darn it. Well, I'm running this flag and then I'll run that. Why do you not have a shipper? That's the fun part. I know that I could be bigger and I could be more successful. And sometimes when I get down on myself, when I watch other people and I'm like, look, they can do a show every day. They sell thousands of things every day. What the hell? And then I think about, they have a whole team of people. They have 50 people behind them packing. Yeah. So this is the part that I hate. And I know that this is going to sound very weird to you. I was talking to a friend of mine. Actually, it was a guy I dated in my 20s. And he was like, I cannot believe that this is what you do for a living. I said, I know. He goes, you hated that part at Lowe's. And he said, because he was my boss, it's a whole thing. He said, you hated when I would turn that on, when I could go out and talk to someone and put it, he's like, that was what I said, I know. I said, that's not how my brain works. This is me as a person, right? But this is an exaggerated version of me. When I get off of this is all of the energy I will expel. You are the only people I talk to all day. I work by myself. I don't talk to other people. I go home to my children. You are the only adults I will speak to all day in general. After this show, I will sit in silence for a good, depending on how long the show is, 10, 20, 30 minutes, play a game on my phone, decompress, do whatever, because it takes so much of my mental and physical energy to do these live shows. This is not what I enjoy of this thing. Not that I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the talking part, the selling. It's very hard for me to do. The part that I like is the mindless packing. When I worked for Lowe's, we used to run one of the fulfillment centers, and on days where I couldn't deal with people anymore, I would put my headphones in and I would go into the back and I would pack orders for 12 hours. And I can pack, and I'm good at it, and I feel accomplished after it. And I think that's the part that I struggle with everything else, is it's hard to feel like you accomplished anything. Like, I know in my brain, when I sit and think about it, I know how important these shows are. I know how much it helps me, and it helps you. It helps the community. It helps everything. I know that. But when I get off of this, I'm like, you did nothing. You just sat and talked to your friends for 2 hours. Look at the shit show that your store is right now. You did nothing. But when I pack things and I start with 100 orders and I leave with a wall full of boxes and a screen that says 0, I feel accomplished. So the packing part is what I enjoy. And I can't hire someone to sell, because this is me. But it's visual satisfaction, exactly. But that's the hard part. So that's why I haven't hired anyone. That, and I'm cheap and I have no money. So maybe after I sell the building and I get to a position where I can actually afford help, I will do that, because I do know I could make a lot more money and I would be more successful if I let people help me. But I don't like to be like, Ho has said it before. I did one of the shows, and she was here one of the first times that she came to help me with a show. And after the show, she was like cleaning, sweeping, doing whatever. And I was sitting on a bench over there in like complete silence. I was just sitting there, not talking, not doing anything. And she just worked, because that's, I don't know. It's just what I do. So this is me. It's just an exaggerated version of me. It is a louder, chattier version. I am an extroverted introvert. I'm very good in social situations, usually after a couple drinks and when I need to be. And I can do, like, I've done presentations in front of tens of thousands of people. I have taught classes to thousands of people. I can do that. It just takes a lot of energy out of me. It takes a lot of my brain. And packing does not. Packing is easy. Packing is mindless, and I can put on music and pretend the world doesn't exist for 8 hours. I'm in New York. Thank you, Val. I appreciate you. Everyone getting this giveaway for a Whatnot flag. Convinced me to sell. Yay. I'm so glad. Oh, I know. I appreciate you. And sometimes I get on here just so that you guys will tell me nice things, because sometimes you people are the only people who tell me nice things. Is USPS packages free? Yes, you can order. Did you see? I didn't see your question. I'm sorry. I was on a whole little rant there. You can order packages at USPS.com. Is it better to be a poly mailer with no slip and item just placed in a bag, or actual packaging? It depends on what the item is. It depends on. Thank you. Do you list every item? I do random pulls 97% of the time. found that I'm saying it kind of shocked me to be right. Isn't it crazy what we do for a living and how like what you're able to do? You should be impressed by that. You should be impressed with yourself, what you're able to do because of the type of person that you actually are, you know? Oh, ambulances. Thank you, Shopping Mimi. I applied for Lowe's. I applied for Whatnot when I first started on Whatnot. Everyone go follow SCB Time Vintage. I already follow you. Thank you for being here. Oh, you're almost at 1K. Let's get her to 1K. Thank goodness. Been trying to win one of the pendants you have. Did you buy anything today? Hannah? Go buy a candy bar. So what was I saying? So I applied for Whatnot. Fun fact, Whatnot. I applied for Whatnot probably at least a dozen times when I first started the first year. I'm gonna brag about myself for a minute. I generally do not. I am overqualified for a customer service role at Whatnot. I ran $50 million boxes. That's what we call stores. I ran $50 million stores with hundreds of employees for 15 years. I am overqualified for a customer service position at Whatnot, right? I have taught women in leadership classes. I have won awards in Vegas every single year. I've been on stage with CEOs, with billionaires. There are articles written. If you Google me, you can see things that I've done. I could not get a call back from Whatnot. And I sell on here. I could not get a call back. They did not speak to me at all, not once in the 12 times I applied. Are they worth sourcing? I'm getting back. I don't think VHS tapes and DVDs are worth sourcing, but I know some people who make a ton of money doing it. So I guess it depends on if you know what you're looking for. I have thousands. I do not sell any. I don't know why. So when you said I should make all of the, and it's funny too, because I have talked to multiple people at Whatnot and I've had meetings with multiple people. I actually got a text message from someone today. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I have to take some pictures today for him from Whatnot. And multiple times during those meetings, they've said, well, if you ever decide you want to work for us, you let us know. Really? Because I've applied dozens of times. And my resume is pretty good. But now I'm kind of over it. But I did try for the first year that I was on here. But I would want to do some kind of don't do it. I don't want to do it now, but missed your chance, Whatnot. I'm still going to sell on here though. Still going to do this for free. Why make them hire me and pay me when I just will do it for free? Smart, Christine. For clothing, do you recommend weight classes or random polls? I recommend random polls because I think it keeps people. My YouTube is the same name as this. Exactly. I pay them. I recommend random polls because I think that it keeps people interested in your show. Because if you run a show that says, I'm running, this type of clothing, small to medium today, then only small and medium will show up. If you're doing random polls and you sometimes pull out a kid and sometimes pull out a man and sometimes pull out a woman, it'll keep people more interested. But that's just how I like to watch. So that's just my opinion. I am applied to be a Whatnot affiliate on whatever that program is, and I don't understand how to work it. So no, I've never done it. I have my link out there. I pull people out of boxes. Men, women, you never know. Babies. Someone said they hate random polls. And some people do. I love random polls. I get why people would hate random polls. You know what I hate about random polls? I hate when people come in and say, do you have this? And I'll say, I'm just randomly pulling out of this box. I have no idea what's in it. And then they will be like, well, can you look for it? No, I can't. I'm randomly pulling shit out of this box. I can't look for whatever you just asked for. I'm sorry. And that's okay. If you don't like that, go somewhere else. But that's the show I'm doing today. Most days. Size envy is hard for random pulls because the small mediums are so cute. That's true. And then people can come in and you can say hey, I don't have any plus size clothing today, or I don't have any smalls or extra smalls today. I will be running generally medium to extra large men's and women's, something like that. But if you're going to do random pulls, you better be fast. Why are we fighting? What'd I do? What'd I do? Don't yell at me. I'll find out. God damn. What the hell did I do? Don't do that to me. My anxiety's gonna be through the roof. Who said they'd raid into a smaller seller? Everyone go follow SCB. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I gotta go. It's been 2 hours. I have to go work. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of your love and support. I saw you getting rid of the shop. I am. I'm gonna post an Instagram video right now about the shop. Everyone go follow me on all platforms. Go look at my YouTube if you have specific questions. We're gonna go raid. Who are we gonna raid? You know who I'm. So I usually do raid small. Well, I should raid a small seller, right? I always rate a small seller, but there's someone here that I really like that I haven't rated in forever. Who we can rate. I'm just gonna randomly pick a small person. Let's go to Mi Casa Vintage. 20 people in there. I love you. Have a good day.